Reserve Bank of India recently introduced the UPI 123Pay system, a new form or a new version that is implemented. The working principle of a new system for the digital payment using the unified payment interface. That means it is a working based on working principle in the feature phones and will work without the internet connections. A new form of UPI payment system that can able to make those digital payment, a digital transaction without using an internet connection, and that is also applicable to the feature phones, the old and traditional phones that we generally used before the smartphone has arrived. On that kind of phone where the internet facility will not be work properly or there is no facilities either, so without the internet, we can use those a new version of UPI payment system, that is the unified payment interface, and that is the choice of payment. The earlier system of payment on feature phones used the USSD method, which did not see the same level of adoptions at QR code based payment that is very popular in currently across India. The UPI payment based system and QR code based payment system both are very much popular, and the USSD payment using UPI has a very limited number of transaction, very limited number of amount that has been used for those transactions, and now this form of UPI without the internet and a new form of UPI payment that is going to be a higher market share or higher transaction record, higher values in the percentage of overall UPI payment in terms of the monetization. That is the source that the National Payment Corporation of India has declared. They have announced that all at the moment the new payment system for the digital mode of transaction and that made through the UPI on the smartphone that depends on the availability of the internet, cameras, location tracking, many other important accessibility, many other important permission that need to provide to make those payments successful, make those transactions successful using internet connection, and that is based on QR code payment system. And now that dependency has been reduced, or you can say that dependency will be gone, and that can be used for the feature phones, and that in case of UPI 123Pay that aim to solve that problem by offering those payment via interactive voice response number, which is called as in short form IVR numbers. It is interactive voice response numbers that feature applications, missed call, sound based payment system, and the RBI also announced the rollout of a 24/7 helpline number for the digital payment, the digital application, which is called as Digi Sathi, that the entire infrastructure, the total payment infrastructure and the gateway that can able to make those transactions from the biller desk, and that the important procedure to bring those digital payments supported, and the large section of Indian mobile phone users who still carry the feature phone, they can able to make those new system for the digital payment and transaction. That is very much possible, and the many feature phone are there we are Indians are using, especially in rural areas, the poor areas, displaced area. They are using those rural, feature phones, and that's the report suggests that India has a considerable installed base of 320 million feature phones. Almost 750 million smartphone users out of total 1.2 billion mobile phone subscribers in 2021. Last year, the operators like Jio have made devices like the Jio Phone Next, that is a new version of Jio phone devices that aim to bring the feature phone users to the smartphone. But experts have often pointed out that despite the availability of the cheap smartphone in the country, they are not affordable enough to make them attractive for the feature phone users. and that is how the company is looking for. They are offer those facilities, and experts have those point that these are not so much affordable, or we can say that so much cheap, as maybe slightly an expensive one that make them attractive for the feature phone users. The UPI availability on the feature phones is not a new currently. That was available in the earlier and will be features in the next version of feature phone as well. And the earlier system that used the unstructured supplementary service data method, which has not seen the same level of adoptions as the QR based payment system or QR code based payment and the transaction procedure, and that the feature phone user can dial some specific number, some specific information to make those UPI payment, but user found the system some troublesome, some security issues, and many worried about the possibility of charges may apply by the operator they are using. They provide those transaction make possible using those missed call or dial code numbers. And now how the UPI payment through this sound that working, that new when the Google Pay was first launched in 2007 as Page, the application as a sound-based system of payment that built, and Google called this as a cash mode in which those applications are using, and that is important by the users. They accept, receive money, make those transactions, bill payment, many other transactions, shopping, and other facility that a normal UPI based application generally do. Apart from the super application that PhonePe, Paytm, and many other important super application where many modes of transaction, many modes of services is working towards a single platform, in a single platform or single umbrella where every possible task, every possible services, every possible information, operation, transaction can be made within a single mode of application or single mode of super application, that is a type of PhonePe, Paytm, and many other super application. But the currently sound wave based payment that mean for the contact list, but occur within a certain proximity only, and ultrasonic wave that are outside as a human hearing range, and that payment system can also be available. And that's something that US based startup company that showcased those way back in 2011, and that devices that using those systems that are very much encrypted, very much secure, and only those devices that involve and that can recognize those waves, emitted waves, and the sound waves being emitted and encrypted, and receiving those devices that will need to be decrypted and the code to complete the transaction that make possible a new form of UPI payment system. And without those internet facilities, every rural sector, every corner of the country will use those UPI based payment transactions. They are able to do those transactions, make those digital payment without internet, and that can be possible across the nation in every part of the country, and that would be a huge boost for the Digital India mission, the Digital India campaign, and India will looking, and this form of payments will boost India to stay ahead in the Digital India mission and those campaigns with the digital transaction that make possible in every part of the country using the UPI123, the latest version of payment transaction that is a new arrival in the form of UPI. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.